I found something. You watch opening night last night? The NFL Super Bowl opening night media day extravaganza?
I did not watch the opening night. I did catch a bunch of the questions that came out of the media scrums, which was absolute insanity. But I didn't watch the official gala.
It wasn't the S show that it usually is. I thought it was actually really well done. The NFL Network did a really good job putting opening night and presenting it. They finally have like a rhythm for it, and it was actually good TV. It was enjoyable to watch.
The incredible thing is that 24,000 people showed up in person for it.
Yeah, the NFL will charge you an arm and a leg for anything, man.
I mean, these aren't media. This is just fans.
Fans that are paying to go
to media day.
That's wild. And most of them were 49er fans.
I mean, yeah.
And you could definitely hear it throughout the entire. There were two of them. Travis Kelce on the podium.
Tell you what, man, I leaned on my teammates more than I ever have, and it's been absolute. Y'all are firing me up, making me want to play right now, baby. I love the boos more than I love the cheers, baby. Keep them coming, Niners gang. Keep them coming.
Mahomes got it too.
We're playing a great 49ers team, but we're going to go out there and play our best football and see what happens. I appreciate it, Niners Nation. We're here.
Oh, Niners fans, he's calling you out.
It was relentless throughout the entire thing.
That's like the NBA draft when it was in New York when they made the Knicks pick for Kristaps Porzingis. Very loud boos in the local crowd.
Let's not just say it was just because of Kristaps Porzingis. Any Knicks, Jets, Giants pick, if it's in New York, they will boo.
They will boo it no matter what it is.
No matter what. They're just they can't.
Very, very strong boos.
Got it wrong. Yeah, that's what New Yorkers do. But San Francisco, they brought it, and it was
fun
entertainment. They had Bruce Buffer out there doing the team announcements when they came in. Like he was doing a UFC fight.
So they can spend $1 million on Bruce Buffer, but they can't spend $1 million on a practice field for the 49ers, huh?
I bet they probably
Bruce,
did.
Not Michael.
Yeah. Well, no, it's both of them.
I understand, but he's still like the multiplicity clone.
I'm telling you, man, it's a milli for them to show up.
He did an incredible job, hyping up the crowd and kind of working them into a frenzy. It was fun to see kind of the players were playing ball, and you had some good. We'll have the fun with audio coming up a little bit later from the media day. But one thing stuck out to me that I could not get over, whether it was the defending Super Bowl champion Chiefs or the number one seed in the NFC, San Francisco 49ers, both of them are trying to claim the underdog in this game.
Which it's absolutely hilarious considering who they both are and where they've been the last couple of years with the 49ers in 3 straight NFC championship games, the Chiefs in multiple Super Bowl appearances and wins.
On the cusp of a dynasty and reigning Super Bowl champions being like, we're the underdogs.
If this was the Ravens and Lions fighting over this honor, there we go. That dog will hunt. You both have the right to Lamar Jackson. He's real quarterbacky. That they could go with that. The Lions are biting kneecaps, but this is the freaking 49ers and the Chiefs. What are we doing?
Technically, you would have the Chiefs as the underdog because the line says they are, but that's not what they're kind of all. Everybody's trying to find that chip, right? Everybody's trying to find that chip on the shoulder. And as I was thinking about this, I was going, well, okay, first of all, who would be the underdog in this? Because
everyone loses.
I think that it is. You take it easy there, Raider fan. Have a real conversation here. I had not involved the Raiders.
He's used to everyone losing.
Wow. It was. You go, all right. Who would be the underdog in this? Because you have 2 storied franchises, and it probably would be San Francisco, despite the fact they're favored in the betting market.
Yeah,
because they just haven't won one in.
They're not the
30
dynasty.
years.
Yeah, they're not the dynasty. They don't have the MVP quarterback.
And I think that's it. I think as a whole, you can't call either one of these franchises that are rich in tradition and really damn good. But I think that this comes down to you have one player who essentially is the underdog, or maybe 2. Brock Purdy.
Yep.
You could call because of the game manager thing. And I loved what Kyle Shanahan said. He goes, why is that a bad thing? Why is a system quarterback a bad thing? Every quarterback in the NFL is tasked with running a system.
Sure.
Every quarterback is tasked with managing a game. Somehow, some way, we find this as a negative and a knock on a guy, when if you do it at the best level of anybody else, you should be just a great quarterback. Sure, you might not be elite. You may not be Mahomes, Burrow.
I think the association,
Allen,
the connotation
any of those guys.
is because it was tagged to like Trent Dilfer.
But
That's where it always resorts back to.
because somebody didn't want to be mean to him.
Yes, because but that's exactly it. That's the lowest common denominator. As opposed to, it's weird to say Cam Newton was right when he's talking about game managers and system quarterbacks, in that it wasn't. It's exactly what you're saying, in the sense of like, Dak is a system quarterback and a game manager. He's not the next guy up, but that's not a problem because of look at how good he is in that system. He said the same thing about Purdy, and it's just kind of like, Cam's right, but I don't want to give him that. But at the same time, yeah, it goes very much in line with what we were talking about yesterday, in the sense of when we talk about the Blazers in basketball. There's the polls where you got to be great or you got to be bad. There's no in between. There's no room for reality. And the reality is that Brock Purdy is very good, and very good as a game manager, managing Kyle Shanahan's system, and that's somehow seen as some backhanded compliment or not good enough because it's tagged to a Super Bowl winning quarterback 20 years ago. Because that's the one it always comes back to, right? Is Dilfer.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just like,
yep.
Why is that a bad thing? And I don't. We want to use this as like some hammer to drive that nail down of that take, and attach everyone to that who's not Patrick Mahomes, who's not Tom Brady. It's like Aaron Rodgers isn't either of those two guys, but over the last couple of years, you've seen like, well, he's fading down the stretch. He's becoming more of a game manager. It's like, this guy's a 4-time MVP. Why are we looking to now change the connotation of what he is, who he's been, because we want to attach something derogatory or negative to what they have or haven't accomplished?
Because we live in a society where it's stupid takes left and right. And
that's what I mean. There's no room for what it actually takes place.
When the reality of it is that with Brock Purdy, there probably aren't 10 quarterbacks you'd take over Brock Purdy right now. And the dumbest thing in the world is, well, he's surrounded by all of these weapons. He's surrounded by Kyle Shanahan, yet people will knock Kyle Shanahan for his game management. People will knock all of the pieces around him for their durability and showing up in big games. And George Kittle doesn't have eye-popping playoff stats, and Deebo Samuel always seems to get hurt in the most pivotal times. All of these things like that are supposed to prop Brock Purdy up get used to knock him down, and it's everything with the San Francisco 49ers seemingly, where the Chiefs, they have, because they won a title and you win a Super Bowl and you play in multiples, all of a sudden, Andy Reid is the can't-miss coach. Mm-hmm. Patrick Mahomes can do it with anybody.
15 years ago, what were you saying about Andy Reid?
Travis Kelce is the guy. He's the best tight end to ever play. No, he's not. He's really damn good.
He's likely second.
But I think he's the second best tight end in this game that's going to be played on Sunday.
Oh.
He doesn't block like George Kittle.
The list of tight ends who have can block like George Kittle is very short.
George Kittle is the more complete player.
Oh, yeah.
And Chiefs fans should be able to admit that Travis Kelce is, if you want to say Travis Kelce is the best receiving tight end in the NFL, yes. Yeah. Yes. And I don't think that is close, especially right now. But he is not. George Kittle does everything. Mm-hmm. Everything. He put Aiden Hutchinson on his ass in the most critical time of the game in a one-on-one block with one of the best edge rushers in the game. He put him on his butt. He is different, and he is special beyond belief. But no, it's Travis Kelce, man. He's because you get the Super Bowl rings, and you get that goes along with it.
And the Taylor Swift.
The other guy that is the underdog, chip on his shoulder, Kadarius Toney, obviously. He's the underdog. He's the true underdog.
Thanks.